Alright, so welcome to the first video of the PerennialHeinz YouTube channel. I have an Instagram and a TikTok, but the content that I put out in there is in Portuguese. I am Enzo, I'm a Brazilian person, so English is my second tongue, so pardon me if I get something wrong. So yeah, this channel I'm gonna be scratching some topics that interest me and that may be of interest to others as well. And they go from philosophy to mental health to psychology to psychiatry and so on. As a medical student that wants to go to psychiatry, I say that. So the topic that we are going to be exploring today is this: that everything that you could lose for being real and authentic was false and really worthless from the beginning. That means that when you start to really show yourself how you are, some people are going to get away from you. Some people even can become hostile to you. And that's actually a blessing in disguise. Seems like a curse. Most people, let's be honest, most people avoid it like the plague. You know, most people really operate in this level where they are constantly trying to appease to other people's expectations and being basically a social puppet. They are not really being themselves, they're being performative without even realizing, because they don't have that level of consciousness, at least in the social moments, right? But usually it's really generalized. Those that stay when you show your essence, when you show your authenticity, when you say things that you actually mean, those are the people that really have some good feelings for you, that like you and that care about you. So, you know, it's just an obligation really to value these people and to retribute those with gratitude and friendship. So the things that you quote unquote lose for being yourself actually weren't for you in the first place. Maybe you thought that they were for you. Maybe you saw those people perhaps as your friends, or even within your family this could take place as well. But in reality, they didn't really give that much of a fuck about you. And this is also like this sad reality about parents, because parents, people usually think, you know, the children usually think that the parents care about them more than they actually do, because, you know, we kind of have to believe that shit in order to grow up. We have to believe that we are safe. We have to believe that all our needs are going to be met. But we know very well that also with this crazy mental health crisis that we're having today, with anxiety, you know, the modern disease and so on, like, families are not really that clean and that friendly a lot of times. But people just kind of learn to ignore that and dissociate from that because it hurts, and because, well, it's just something that they have to deal with, but they don't want to have to deal with it because it hurts, because it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of time. It kind of makes you socially awkward too. So as an example of this thing that I said, that those things didn't actually belong in you, that they didn't fit you. For example, being fired for being honest and being sincere in your work. You will obviously feel that loss, but in reality, you actually just freed yourself from a place that made you rigid and really tired. Imagine not being able to speak what you think even. Like, what are you going to speak at all? Like, you're going to just be being that social puppet, being performative, as I was talking before. So, to lose what doesn't accept you is to open space for those that recognize you. So it is really needed. It is something that people need to learn to do. To open their hands and let loose of those and the things that don't accept them, that don't benefit them, that are not honest and clean and open about motivations, and do not show really that love, that, you know, this love that appears like socially every day, like in routine things, you know, that the most valuable things are in the details and so on, that we barely notice, you know. But when a person is acting from a place of love and self-acceptance, they will naturally bring that to people. You know, they will bring that energy, they will bring that vibration to others without even realizing. Like, they will be kind, they will be helpful, they will be funny without even realizing, because that's just the vibe that you're in. So the tranquility that comes from living without having to lie or cut yourself in order to keep relationships is the biggest thing, and so much better than any fake social improvement, right? We can even talk about Instagram in this respect, because like, this social media is so bad, bro. Like, obviously there are good things about it. There are things that I like about it, but all in all, it is a very, very bad habit that you easily develop, because it is just so full of dopamine, so full of stimuli and novelty. But it is so bad because Instagram stimulates social approval. Like, you'll be performative without realizing. You'll be posting shit. You'll be showing your life, your private things, you know. Not those things, by the way. But you're going to be exposing yourself to others that don't really give a fuck about you a lot of the times, just to get some like heart and some like, and feel like they care about you, feel like you have some sort of community, some sort of, when you really don't. Like, wake up, bro. You're an atomized loner, Gen Zer, right? You cannot get away from that, son. So life is really all about balance. 50% namaste, 50% fuck off, bro. So, well, thank you for listening, if you stayed this long. And I'll see you soon.